my name is Dakota Kate, and I'm going to be speaking about 5 topics that I would enjoy hearing a speech on, and 5 topics that either I would prefer not to hear a speech on or that I have some concerns about. My first 2 are kind of combined. They're Obamacare and gun control. I feel like both of these are really tired topics. And I understand that both are political hot buttons now and have been for several years, but I feel like the 535 members of Congress have done a good job saying what needs to be said and what does not need to be said for and against both of these topics. And I feel like in this class we can pursue new knowledge and learn new things, so maybe not these 2 topics. My next topic that I have some concerns about are hate speeches. I feel like it doesn't really matter what it is or who it is that you have strong feelings against. I think it's good for you to address those things and talk about those things, but I ask that you would do so in a way that is respectful towards your opponents or those who do not think the same way as you. My 4th area of concern I'll call maybe anti-America topics. I realize that our country has made some very grave mistakes throughout her history. Some examples of these would be slavery or the way that we have treated Native Americans. And I feel like these mistakes need to be dealt with and talked about, but I feel like they should not be dealt with and talked about in a way that writes America off as hopeless or bad or just too full of mistakes. America is a nation full of people, and people are flawed and will make mistakes. Therefore, America will make mistakes. And I feel like the only way to correct these mistakes, or try to correct these mistakes, and try to make better choices in the future, is if we view these situations with hope and look to learn through them, and view America with respect. My last topic that I have some concerns about are kind of exceedingly complicated speeches. I have no problem with hearing about science and technology, but I do not have a strong interest in these areas, so a speech full of difficult terms and concepts will be kind of hard for me to follow. I would enjoy hearing about these, but I ask that if you choose to speak on these, that you would do it in language that I and people like me could understand. Now I'll move on to talking about 5 topics that I would enjoy hearing a speech about. The first of these is politics. This is an area that really interests and intrigues and fascinates me. I enjoy learning about politics in the past and politics in the present, what's going on right now, and the politics that influenced historical events. I think a speech about these would be great. The second area that I would like to hear a speech on is anything that someone in this class has a real passion for. It is very enjoyable to me to watch someone give a speech about something he or she really loves. So speak about what you love. I would love to watch that speech. A third topic that I would enjoy hearing a speech about are books. I love reading and I love books, and I would love to hear a speech about reading and books. In particular, what I would like to hear about are how ideas in books, whether it's a certain book or a certain genre of books, have influenced society in the past and today, and how they have influenced the way that people think and act. I think that would be really interesting. My 4th topic that I would like to hear about, cross-cultural interactions and life in a cross-cultural environment. I spent the majority of my middle school and high school years growing up overseas, so I always like hearing and learning more about this, and it would be great to hear someone speak on it. The last topic that I'll address today is aid to marginalized women and children. This is an area that I am really interested in, and I would really like to hear a speech where someone kind of addresses this problem and talks about it, and talks about what's being done to give aid to these marginalized women and children, and ways in which ordinary people like us in this class can get involved and help. This has been my 5 topics that I have concerns about, and 5 topics that I would like to hear a speech about. Thank you for watching my video, and I really look forward to listening to your speeches.